Saludos para el mundo, soy Anen desde Perú, y siempre sintonizo el programa Raising the Awareness con TenStarGeneral and Sharon Mango, con TenStarGeneral and Sharon Mango.
Greetings, my beautiful people. This is Shezzy, raising the awareness with TenStarGeneral and Sharon Mango. Tune in and keep it locked.
Greetings, world. This is Anen from Peru. And I always tune into the Raising the Awareness show with TenStarGeneral and Sharon Mango. With TenStarGeneral, Sharon Mango.
Greetings, one and all. This is Lloyd Brown giving full endorsement to Stocking Promotion Riot Blend Radio. The station with integrity, the station with a difference. Remember me tell you, Lloyd Brown says so. Full Darcy. Stocking Promotion Riot Blend Radio. We not stop till we drop. Zane. Bless.
Greetings, SPRB friends and family. I'm Nana Genesis, and I fully endorse TenStarGeneral and Sharon Mango.
Sensibilidad es poder vivir, es poder sentir de más. Sensibilidad es poder sentir, es vivir y entenderte. Sensibilidad es poder sentir, es poder vivir de más. Sensibilidad es poder sentir, es vivir y entenderte. Reality, 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 man. No importa lo que piense la gente, no digas ni dudes de lo que persigas. Tú sabes que eso es realidad. Reality, 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 man. Disfruta de la locura, tú sabes la real razón. Persigue y confía en tu corazón. Tú eres libre, lleno de luz y de amor. Sensibilidad es poder sentir, es poder vivir de más. Sensibilidad es poder vivir, es sentir y entenderte. Sensibilidad es poder sentir, es poder vivir de más. Sensibilidad es poder sentir, es vivir y entenderte. Reality, 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 man.
Oh my God, have mercy, can you hear this?
Si te sientes seguro aquí, es tu tierra, con nombre de otro país. Ellos deciden si estás o no en el juego que hoy te tocó vivir. Ellos deciden si entras o no y te dicen que es su país. Babylon, leave me alone. Like a lion, I want to roam. Babylon, leave me alone. like a lion. Inmigrante me llaman porque no nací aquí. Me hacen mil de preguntas para poder vivir. Es mi tierra, señores, me protege la ley. El señor de señores porque él es el rey. Él es el rey. Escúchelo, Mr. Ley. Él es el rey. Y no usted. Babylon, leave me alone. Like a lion, I want to roam. Babylon, leave me alone.
Oh my God, Anen can sing the alphabet to me and I will sleep like a baby. I will tell you what, I listen to his music and it's like, it takes me back to a time where, you know, I know lately I've been harping on about the fundamentals and the roots of reggae music. You know, we have to hold on to it. Yeah.
Right.
Because they say a tree without a root is what? Dead. Right?
Dead. Well, yeah. Yeah.
And you have to build a house on solid what?
On solid
Foundation.
Right.
And once you take the foundation away, what do you have? Nothing.
You have nothing. Dead. You not have nothing.
Thank you very much.
So in a time where, and I want to use this next word carefully because reggae will always be around, but it's going through a crisis at the moment. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's always good when we do a show like this and we can raise the awareness of those who are keeping to the roots of the music, right?
Right.
That's why when I heard what I heard at the time when I interviewed you about 8 years ago, I think it was something like that, 8 years ago. And we had a good conversation. More and more people became aware of who Anen was.
Right.
And we want to bring you back. And we're bringing you back at a time where we find reggae is going through a situation, you know, and it's good to raise the awareness of those who come from other countries like Peru. Who would have thought they listened to reggae music in Peru? Initially, I didn't.
Right.
But I learned something. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to Anen.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hey, Anen, welcome.
Thank you very much. Greetings to everybody and give thanks for the opportunity to support my music. Well, our music, and have to and give me this space to the people know more about Latin America reggae music, you know. But really, I'm born in Latin America, but my work is in Jamaica because I respect a lot the sound and the real culture of reggae music. So you can build real reggae music if you don't go to Jamaica. I think like that. All right. I don't want to say the other countries have bad reggae music, but for me, for my heart, reggae music comes from Jamaica and Jamaica is reggae music. So I have to go to Jamaica to do music like reggae.
To the roots.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, before we begin, because we're going to go back to your earliest when you was just a little boy, you know, where you grew up. We're going to just go through the whole journey with you. Yeah. So before we do that, Sharon, introduce yourself, please, and the guests who are in the building.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all around the world. My name is Sharon Mango, representing Royal Blend Productions and SPRB Radio, and I want to welcome all our guests today. Well, our main guest is none other, Mr. Anen from Peru. I want to big up who's in the house today. We have Middleton, my beautiful sisters, Sharon Mango. Yes, I am. Sharon Bentley B, Rankin Ann, and we have a Jessica. And I hope I said Milton too, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Raising the Awareness today, and we are about to get into the roots of Anen.
So, Sharon.
Yes.
Yeah, you can hear me okay, right?
I hear you good now. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
We're cutting in and out for a minute. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going for a little situation here. Okay, so
Okay.
once again, blessings to each and everyone who is here. Just keeping my eye on things. However, Anen comes from Peru originally. I met him years and years ago, and I was always amazed at the sound when he sent me his music, and I listened to it. You know, I Googled some words just so that I knew what certain words meant, and so forth. And I just feel proud to have him on the show again today. So his name is Anen, and Anen, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on our show. Yeah, and first and foremost, I just want to establish that, you're a person I look up to when I listen to your music, especially when I listen to the mixing and the mastering from a person who I myself have done some producing, and mixing and mastering can destroy a body of work, and you seem to have that formula set out. You know what I mean? So, and as we go along, we'll be playing more and more of your music. But what I want you to do is take us to a time and a place when Annette was a little boy growing up at home. Where did you grow up? What was mom and dad like? What kind of music were you listening in the family home? And take us into how reggae became something that you started to think about in your cranium, in your head, where you heard your first reggae bit and you thought to yourself, this is something I want to do. Take us back in time.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thanks one more time for the opportunity to be together in your prestigious program. Hello, Sharon. Hello, TenStarGeneral, and hello, everybody in the meeting today. Well, in my family, my family is all my family is musician. My father is teacher of music. My brother's musician too. So everybody, I born in music, I born around me in music always. So
are you the oldest child, or where do you come in terms of your siblings?
No. When I child, when I am child, I always listen music, but Latin music, jazz, soul, no reggae really.
Are you the oldest child of your father?
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yes. So in the terms of the music is like a part of my life, So after that, in the school, one friend of mine, give me one cassette. In this time, I remember is legalized for Peter Tosh.
Peter Tosh. How did I know you were going to say that?
When I
How old were you? How old were you, and then how old were you when you got that?
Around 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. Yes,
Okay.
10 years. I have 10 years, so I listen the music, and I don't know what happened in myself, but immediately I do like connection, and because I hear before rock, I hear before jazz, I hear before Latin music, salsa, merengue, every music, but I listen like, oh, it's good music, but no, it's like connection, like when I feel when the reggae touch my life, it's like bam, it's immediately. So I say, why I feel curious that this happened to me. So I beginning in this time, so investigate so a lot about music, about reggae music. But you don't, in this time, you don't have internet. In this time, you don't have, so the radios play here only rock in Peru. Rock and more rock and Latin music. So I don't have like information about reggae.
Okay.
After that, when the years coming, so I talk to my friend and say, oh, how comes you reach this music? And I say, no, my father is pilot, like airplanes, you know, he travel a lot, so he have access to buy in other countries reggae music. So I say to him, okay, I exchanged my tapes, my cassettes. In this time I changed my cassette for reggae music. So in this time his father buys cassette for him and he changed me, you know. So
Okay.
I beginning put more reggae and go into the more music. So in this time I don't play any instrument, but the music is around me always, because my father is a trumpet man, my brother play keyboards, my other brother play congos and percussion things. So I have interest in create music. So when I begin in play guitar, the first thing when I do is the check of reggae, you know, because in myself, the guitar for me is check, you know. No, it's like chords, open chords, like rah, rah, open chords. No, for me it's like, you know. So yes. So I begin and build music into this check down, you know, check, and begin and do. But really, it's a big process to reach the real sound of reggae. I consider, I think is I am in the way to do reggae music, you know. I am in the way because you have to feel like culture. You have to born in the culture for build reggae music. It's very difficult. Many people can say, I play reggae, but you don't play reggae really if you don't touch the culture. You play music like reggae music, but reggae music is more than play. Reggae music, you have to feel, you have to born in the culture, you have to touch the culture to do reggae music and understand what is reggae music and for what you do reggae music. That's my compromise when I begin in play. In the beginning, I built around 100 songs, probably. But when I touch Jamaica, I put away all the songs and I beginning a new thing. Because when I reach Jamaica, I feel different.
Right.
So I say that when I beginning do reggae music, I beginning build and I believe I do reggae music, but really I can do reggae music if I don't know the culture first.
So even though you were making reggae music in Peru, until you got to Jamaica, you felt like what I've been doing was not it.
Know it, really know it. So that's why I don't play I don't play in Peru. In Peru, many people here in my country think I live over Peru. I live in Brazil. Probably many people think I am in Jamaica now. In Peru, the promoters of the shows don't believe I live here, because always my work I do in Jamaica. I don't record reggae music in Latin America. I try to do it in Brazil, and I don't. Oh, TenStarGeneral say before, I feel the reggae music, the mastering and the mix, that is he like in my city, you know, in my music. Okay, that is why I do all my work in Jamaica. So in Jamaica, the people knows what do with the reggae, you know. When I reach Brazil, I live in Brazil 6 years. So this time when I meet TenStarGeneral is when I live in Brazil. So I go in one big studio, nice studio, and I talk to the engineer and say, I want reach this sound, you know, and I give my CD, my change Cambio, my CD, and the engineer say, oh man, I study in England, so I am a good professional in mixing, in mastering. So I say, all right, man, I don't say you don't are professional, but I want to reach this sound. So I give the CD. I record one track, and when I put together, the track sound different. You know, so I say I can explain many times. I meet with engineers around the different countries, and when I put the CD, what I do in Jamaica, the people say, wow, man, this mix is like, I don't know. He can explain. Well, the people working the album is very big people. It's Sly and Robbie. It's Dalton Brownie. It's Obadiah. It's China Smith. I record in Harry J studio.
Harry J, okay.
Harry J studio. I work with the producer of the CD is Steven Stewart. So it's a lot of people, great people in the industry of reggae music, you know. But I think and I believe these people is special. You know.
Well, I tell you what, we're gonna revisit a lot of what you said earlier just now, but I again want to drag you back to when you were in high school. When you were in school, what did you want to become? Did you want to become an engineer, a pilot, what? Or was it music was the only thing you wanted to do?
When I go in the school, I want to say doctor.
Okay.
Doctor.
Okay.
But really, I don't like too much study, no. I'm not good at student.
That's a lot of years. Yeah,
I am artist. I think the artist is like free, no.
Yeah.
Everybody say, oh, I love the time when I studied in the school. I don't say that. I don't say that. I don't want to go back to school never in the life, you know. So
I tell you, okay.
No, but I study, no like this really the school.
Right. So music was always something you wanted to do.
Yeah,
and I can understand that passion because, you know, nearly every single member of your family are musical in music, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, with that passion that you have, I guess there's certain obstacles, you know, in terms of how do you make money from this and so on and so forth, which we're going to come to also. So initially, when you were in Peru, music is something you wanted to pursue and you wanted to pursue the root of it. So you ended up in Jamaica. Who gave you that initial thought? Where did you entertain that thought from? Where did that come from?
Okay. When I beginning in the music, always the most worry thing is how comes you going to survive if you are a musician? Everybody say that. No, you have to work in other areas and support your music. That is, I think, when you have a passion, you have to do two things. First, you have to analyze what is your passion. If your passion is general thing, I think in general terms, your passion is more strong than the real life, you know. You for your passion, you can lose everything.
Right.
So you have to be stable and you have to concentrate in the life. You have two things: your passion and your real life. That's happened to me. If I go to the passion, I forget my life. I forget everything around me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I can stay one day in the studio and I forget everything
Everything.
over there.
Right.
And I don't feel hungry and I don't feel anything. I only feel like connection with the music and my passion.
That's very true, you know, because I want to share something with you. And it's interesting you say what you say, because growing up, you know, there were two things I entertained in my head, right? One of the things I entertained in my head was football. And
Okay.
my parents said, you're never going to be able to fend for yourself if you get into football. Football, there's no money in football. That's the first one they told me, right? And then the second thing that I started to hear people like Big Ute and some others, and I thinking in my head, I can do that. I want to do that. And I started to entertain that thought in my head to my parents. And again, they said, there's no money in music. They told me that there's no money in football and there's no money in music. And guess what? Those two things they said there was no money in pays the biggest, right? So I just find it funny in what you were sharing with me and stuff. And I just wanted to get that out. That is important to allow your kids to explore their passion, you know.
Yeah.
I am known as being a mic hugger. It's not my
Ah,
it's not my intention to hug the mic, so I'm going to humbly pass it to Sharon. I'm very conscious, you know.
ah, my friend, my new friend Anen. So let
Yeah.
me go back to 10 years old. You hear reggae music. Do
Mhm.
you then share with your family? Because if you have a family of musicians,
Mhm.
you know, they're doing the, you know, jazz, salsa, all of that. Do you then share with them, hey, dad, oh, listen to this music, listen to this music. Do you share it with them? And do they question you why you like it? Or what happens when you share with your
Really,
family what you love?
really is what is very strange because everybody's musician, but everybody have like our preference of music, you know.
Mhm.
And we sometimes we sit together and say, oh, listen this, and
Okay.
everybody listen the music. For in my case is like, oh, listen reggae, put reggae music. So my father say, oh, that's interesting phrases of brasses. That's interesting phrase, you know. So my keyboard, my brother play keyboard. He say, oh, the Hammond sound like different, you know. So
Mhm.
everybody we put some music in the table and we analyze how comes the music sound. So this is the meeting in the family of, so for this reason when the family meeting, the many people know play music have to go because say, oh, this family everybody talk about music, but these people don't meet for music, you know. These people meet for meet family and spend some time together,
Yeah.
but we always finish in the music things. So the preference in our music is different, but everybody respect everybody, you know. So for me, I put the reggae music in the table. For my father, put Latin and jazz. My brother put soul, and my other brother put salsa. So we respect a lot the preference, no. But this is the more rich thing, you know, because you can earn, you can grow in the different
True.
rhythms.
Right. That makes sense. That's why I
Hmm.
asked. That's why I asked the question, like, how did they embrace it? But you were so focused on this reggae music. So
Hmm.
you said you didn't pick up an instrument then. Your father was, you said sax or trumpet player. You said your dad's trumpet. Then your brother was what, keyboards. When did you, or what instrument did you fall in love with? Was it the music because you had the Chaka, Chaka? What was it that drew you to the instrument that you play now?
Okay, because the thing is, like, I after that check down and everything, I beginning listen every instrument, and I play bass, you know, bass, and I play a little drums. So because when I build the music, you have to know the function of every instrument in your music. If you don't, if you only put focus in the guitar, you don't know what sound everything around, and you have to remember the bass and drum is the heart of reggae music. So you have to be very, very sure how these instruments, how to sound. And really in the beginning, you can do mistakes because the reggae music is a special music in terms of time, because the time of the kick is the two, in roots is the 2 and 4 time, you know, and the chuck in the guitar is in 1 and 3, you know, it's like chakkum, 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 and the snare play with the kick together. So this thing is magic because no other music have this concept. So this is the key of magic music of reggae, you know. And the bass is very, 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 like, very deep and very, you know, this is magic, you know. You don't have in other music this thing. For this reason, when you play with other musician and you explain to him, say, I want the deep bass. Okay, he tried, but he can't reach because he don't feel like reggae, you know. So I feel desperate when I play with other musicians. So I say, I don't want to say the musician is bad musician. It's very great, it's very high standard, but don't understand what is the real thing I need. So that's why I decide go to Jamaica, because I have to find the real sound of reggae music.
Mystics, the mystics of Jamaica.
I forgot the foundation. So, and then, how should I say this now? Okay, so how old were you when you first went to Jamaica? Number one. Number two, how were you able to sustain yourself? Like, are you working? What are you doing to get to where you want to go to Jamaica? Let's put it this way. You want to go to Jamaica. Are you working during this time? Where were you? How did you get the money to go and say, I'm going to go do this?
Okay, what happened now? What happened now? In the early of 19s, in the beginning, I seen in one big group here for Latin music. The name is the Borgias, and he had a big success with Latin music. So I travel around the Peru and I do a lot of tours. So I earn money, you know. But always I think in reggae. So the musician have in Peru, I don't know in other countries, but in Peru, the musician have to be very, you have to play any rhythms because you have to be versatile. Like it's like
versatile.
You know, because if you don't play any rhythms, you can work. So, oh, Antonio, you can sing reggae. Yes, I sing reggae because I love reggae. But Antonio, you can sing salsa. Yes, I sing salsa. Antonio, you can sing merengue. Yes, I sing merengue. Antonio, you can sing rock and roll. Yes, I try to sing rock and roll. You know, but because I have to work. But my passion always is always go to reggae music. So I think, okay, I have to work for earn money, for survive and for support my passion.
Right.
So that is always my thinking, you know. So in when the things, I have a reggae group here. The name is Hojas Secas. With Milton. Milton is here is connecting here. Milton. Milton is Milton is the guitar of this band in the 19s, you know, and we play with a sequencer. We play only 3 guys. When I am very young, you know, it's play Miguel, my brother, Milton, the guitar, and I sing the second guitar and voice, you know.
Okay.
So only 3 people, 3 persons, but the things always is in the sequencer. Look, bass and drum and trumpet and everything is in the sequencer.
Okay.
So in this time in Peru, beginning the shows of reggae, the reggae come to Peru. So come Michael Rose, come Papa Sam, come this time Yellow Man, you know, and do a big show here. And in this time, our group, the name is Hojas Secas. The promoter invite this group, you know. When the Jamaican team reached Peru, in the sound check, one guy from Jamaica, in this time I don't know him, go and look the band and say, wow, these 3 guys sound like 10 guys, because everything we put in the sequencer, you know.
Right.
So the bass is really deep bass, no, because it's everything is in the sequencer, so the sound is, you know, different and other sounds, you know. So this Jamaican guy say, oh wow, and beginning take pictures. We don't know who is him before, but in the end of the show, we talk to him, and him is Steven Stewart.
Legend.
Steven Stewart, yeah, legend. So in this time, my sister sing in the background vocals, you know, and everybody in the group, we meet together after the show and talk and everything and give contacts. After 4 years, Steven Stewart invite us to Ocho Rios in the White River Reggae Bash.
Okay.
No?
Yeah.
So in this time, we touched Jamaica for first time. And in this, and after that, the love beginning, and Steven Stewart getting in love with my sister.
You
so
like it
now,
so now,
bro.
Okay.
God salute.
Yes.
So I feel worried about it, because I say, no. What happened with my business now? I never say this in no interview. It's the first time
I hear you. Yeah.
About it. A confession.
Yes.
Ay, boy. What a thing.
Yeah, go on. Tell us. Go on.
So that, and I said to him, to Fiorella is the name of my sister, you know, Fiorella, what happened with this guy? My business is first. You can't get in love with him, because after you go with him, my business goes down. So you can't be in love with nobody.
Yes.
Your heart started to go buddish.
So I feel very worried about it. But in the end of the days, he made a family together. Steven is part of my family now.
Oh, wow.
He have
did they get together? They're together?
Together. My sister lives in Jamaica.
Oh,
really?
wow.
See?
So
that's why we ask questions. Look at that.
Hold on. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Oh my God, and then I love that story. That's great. Carry on. Go on.
Yeah, the music do these magic things, and and I say, well, I have to do what I have to do, so I continue with my music, but always like worried about it because with these guys broke him up, so my business goes down. So, but
You're too funny.
That's funny.
but after that, really, I come back to Peru, and Steven say to me, "Oh, Antonio, I love your sister." I say, "Wait, man, if you want to stay with my sister, you have to go to Peru and talk to my father. I don't have nothing to do in this. For me, talk about music, but for my sister, you talk with my father. So
Right.
if you love her, you have to go. Is it other way? No, I am not the way, you know." So I say, okay. Well, in this time we work in IRFM, in the radio. IRFM studio have we recording 4 songs there, and we come to Peru with one great song. The name is Claudia, and it's a dancehall thing. With Danjo Master is a DJ in this time. How I don't know who is him now, but we play a lot of this music here in Peru, and we grow in the reggae music here. After that, I go to this popular group for Latin music, the Borgias is the name, and I work to about 25 years with this group. And after that, I decide go to Jamaica, no, for build my career in reggae music, you know. So in this time I talk to my sister and I talk to Steven and say, hey, you can help me sometimes in you can help me in give me house and give me some support because I go into the reggae music. So Steven is very seriously in reggae music. So I say, okay, with a family I can help you, but in terms of the music, you have to see your way, because I don't go the things like you are my brother-in-law. I don't give the things like free, you know. He is a great musician. He is a great producer, so he can help me if I don't reach the level, you know.
Right.
When I reach Jamaica, he give me the house, he give me support, he give me some ways to do, and he said to me and tell me, Antonio, you need grow about you need to grow more about reggae music. In this time when he said this to me, I feel like he heard me, you know. I feel like, why he tell me this? Because I am a musician 25 years now in my country. But the thing now is like we talked in the beginning. The thing now is how musician you are. The thing is how to know the reggae music to do it.
Yeah.
All
How
right.
to do the right kind of music, the
Right.
vibration.
Yes.
So here you are, a young guy. You find your way to Jamaica, and you are headstrong in trying to ensure that you understand the culture
Yes.
of this music that you wanted to indulge in, because you wanted to do it in the right and correct way.
That's
So
correct.
whatever you had to do in order to create this real music that we hear, you were willing to go through the trenches in order to
That's
deliver
right.
that music and that vibration, right?
That's right.
Oh wow. Wow.
That's right. So that is
Continue,
why
Sharon.
Steven say, you can help me in the studio, you can help me in some things, but you have to beginning grow right now because you born now.
Just new in the industry, right?
Right.
So I reached Jamaica with 100 songs in my back, but 100 songs don't sound like, you know. So I
It
have to
was
put
supposed to.
away all these things. I have to throw it away because this thing no is reggae music, you know.
You didn't
So
have to feel on the vibration.
yes, so I beginning touch your culture. I beginning eat food, Jamaican food. I beginning ackee and saltfish. I beginning so
I didn't
after
even know Aki and Saltfish were coming to this conversation, but it
I know,
found its
right?
way here. You know, I'm always talking about Aki and Saltfish, right? Continue.
great music, great food, great food. I love that.
Oh man.
So after that, I beginning see the natural life. When I open my window, I see the Warika Mountain. So it's magic thing, you know. It's like you change your life. Really, it's magic thing, you know. After that, I go to Edna Manley School of Music and Visual Arts.
Oh.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Weird. Say that one more time. Let me hear.
After that, I go to Edna Manley School of Music and Visual Arts in Kingston. So to earn more music about
To learn about more about the reggae music.
yes, because
Oh
But
I
wow.
see
how old, I'm sorry, and then how old were you then when you entered the
oh
school? How old were you?
around 20 30 years old, 30 and 0.
Okay. 20, okay. Yes,
30.
yes.
I
And
forget it. Always I
what
have
year
problem
was
with
that?
yeah
What year
What
was
year?
that?
90 in 10
Uh,
90 10.
what year
20,
was it?
Oh, how
2010?
old are you in now?
No, no.
No.
What year did you go to Edna Manley? What year?
What year? Is in 10 in 190 10.
Oh, 2010.
2010.
Yeah, 2010.
2010. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah,
2010.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So I begin in course like boys training boys and training guitar and and go into the culture Jamaica with my my parents of the class, you know, and I begin in play like music, real music. I begin in feel like no feel like Jamaican, but I go into the culture, you know. I see it and see what happened, and I beginning understand what is the real thing. So it's like you know, it's like a school of music only. It's a school of life because you beginning talk with other people, the other cultures, and you beginning understand what happened in other countries. And for music, if you want to create music, you have to go inside the culture. I believe that. So after that, I beginning like, you know, Jamaican people is very a spiritual thing. You know, it's like when you talk to, I never forget this thing. One day, in Peru, don't have rain. When I live in the capital. Don't have rain, strong rain like Jamaica. You know, Jamaica
Okay.
have a strong rain. You know, and have like a storm. You know, these things.
Yeah.
So when I feel that for first time, I feel like, wow, what happened? The house going to broken up, you know? And I say, wow, oh, the world going to crash. So and I go outside in the studio and I talk to the guy in the studio and say, what happened? What happened? And say, is God is God working for us? So I say, God working for us. Say, what man? If the world going to crash? So, so the guy say,
I wonder if that was Gilbert.
Well, I'm wondering. Was it hurricane? What we have?
so the guy say, no, man. Listen, we live in one country. It's very, very hot, you know, and with these things coming, and after this thing coming, come the rain, and the rain give the support to the every vegetables and for natural life, because the rain going to refresh the things and put the earth more like properly for because the heat is very strong. So that is God work for us. So I never in my life listened this before, so that's is very important to to my process of artist, because this you see the life in different ways, and that is life. So we forget around about these things in many times. We forget when you lose this connection, you lose your artist's heart. So that's why Jamaica is for me like really like a school of life, not only music, it's in life.
You didn't just want to understand the music, it was important for you to learn the culture.
Right.
Yes.
I find that amazing, It's amazing that you can live in the culture and still lose the essence of the music, which is what we're seeing before our eyes today, I believe, anyway.
That's right.
Because there's times when you can take what you have for granted and feel like because the Lord blessed you with a certain music or genre of music, you can do anything you want with it, but when you lose the essence, and that is the roots of the music. Like recently I posted something, I think it must have been a Bob Marley in, I think it must have been Zimbabwe, when his sons were there with him, and you could see how the people were reacting to the vibration of the music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody went crazy about the music. No matter where you go at that time and place, people were going crazy about the vibration. There was something about the bass. There was something about the drums, which was the essential part of the music, and they journeyed with that sound for many years. At some point, we lost it, Don't get me wrong, there's people making great music today, which I applaud, but the basis of our music is being lost. I find it amazing that there's somebody who lives in Peru that needs to learn how to make great reggae music. He gets to Jamaica, they tell him the 100 songs that you have really don't carry no weight.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
and the first thing that you want to do is learn the culture.
Learn the culture. But all the things happen with have to happen. I don't think like this when I go to Jamaica, When I go to Jamaica, I say I have 100 songs, I go and build my album. That's in my thinking. But when I reach Jamaica, really, I don't have anything. Because I
Go
have
through your
only
mind, Sharon.
Say that again?
What's going through your cranium then?
Well, I'm thinking to myself, really and truly, is just real deep that he thought in his mind that, yeah, I got music in, I'm going down to Jamaica and I can do this. And when you go, they're like, that's nothing. You know what I mean? And how it meant to him. So I respect the fact that he said, okay, I thought I was good. And maybe at the time, your brother-in-law is telling you, like, you know, you got to grow more and you feel in some type of way. But he took the initiative and said, hey, all right, then let me learn the culture. Let me stay here. How long were you there, by the way? When you were doing all this, how long were you there in Jamaica?
4 years.
Wow.
But, yeah, 4 years. And always I want to stay there.
Uh-huh.
But after that, I have to do the promotion of the album, and I have to come back to Peru. And after that, my father get a surgery, and I stay here.
What's a surgery?
Surgery, like operation. No?
Okay.
Surgery. Okay.
So after that, I think I want to go to Brazil to cross the country with my music, with the change album. That's why. Okay. Well, I don't want to
jump too far ahead. Yes.
The thing, you know. So after that, I beginning with the culture and everything, changed my life, and I beginning build a new songs. You know, it's like magic when you walk in Jamaica and you see the natural paradise, the river, and the color of the flowers, and you have this is inspiration, life inspiration, you know. So I can sit in with my guitar in the yard and I play, and I beginning build a new song with different feeling. So after that, I beginning a new process for composition, you know. So I build the album, but I don't have the musicians for do these things. So I meet one guy, a producer, and he talked to me, and I explained to him my plan. So the guy say, but what musicians you want to do this thing? And I say, I want Sly Robbie, I want China Smith, I want. So the guy look at me and say, okay, and you know how much is the price to these guys?
Right. Exactly.
I would have said the same thing.
I would have said the same thing, right? Exactly.
And I say, well, if you talk to me about reggae music, I want the great reggae album. So you talk to me, what guys you want to do your album, and I say to you, what guys I want. So the guy say, oh, let me study your thing, and after I get back to you. So in 2 days, SPK Inc. is the name of the company. After 2 days, the guy calling me and say, Antonio, okay, I'm going to approve your thing. Find the things with your producer, and we talk about him. We talk with him. Oh, my sister is now.
Yes, I see Sister Fiorella is here. Yes, we're gonna get into her today. Yes, Fiorella.
Oh, she's the person. Okay, she's the culprit. Okay,
she's the culprit. Yes, that's great. Yes.
Yeah, continue, Anen.
So I talked to Steven, and Steven looked like, oh, this guy again, you know.
Because you mentioned Sly Robbie.
I am really stubborn, you know. Like I do it and do it and do it. I appear in Jamaica television, and Steven Stewart say,
yeah,
look at this guy, don't talk properly English and appear in the program now. So Fiorella, your brother is like, I don't know him. So finally, man, I work with him.
Yeah.
I do a great album is like Change Cambio. That is why I put this name, Change Cambio, because really this album is changing life, you know.
Brilliant album.
Oh, thank you very much.
Brilliant album. I tell you what, we can't stop there because I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to interrupt the Sharon segment, and I'm going to play another song from the album because I think it's appropriate, you know.
Go on, then.
You really went to town with this album, and I close my eyes and I can see the dedication that you really put into wanting this album to sound how you wanted it to sound. And it's amazing how you knew who to go to in order to make that album a reality. How did you get to know about people? I'm asking you obviously questions, but how did you know that Sly Robbie was the man to go to and so forth?
Mm-hmm. Come again.
How did you know which musicians were the ones that you needed to go to? Who told you that? Or was it something you just...
Okay, because I always love the sound of Black Uhuru.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Black Uhuru and Peter Tosh, as like... I begin in the conversation when we begin in talking. I talk about my first touch with reggae music is like with Peter Tosh, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So in this time is Sly and Robbie, the part of the band.
Mm-hmm.
So always I love this song. This guys is like, for me is like the best.
Hold on.
The best heart of the music, you know, is like Sly and Robbie is the perfect combination to deep and real roots reggae sound.
Tell me about when you met. Did you ever meet Sly Robbie, and what was it like meeting them for the first time?
Okay, the thing is like the link to every guys is Steven, you know, because Steven, he's a producer. He knows a lot of people there, so Steven talked to him and he meet the people, you know.
Yeah.
When I reach the studio, it's like really the people don't know who I am, but I know who is everyone. And when I can imagine, you know, you stay in the Harry J studio when the Bob Marley recording his first albums, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like wow, it's like you can believe, it's like dream. And after that you see in the studio Sly and Robbie record your things, and I say, man, that's just like dream, you know.
Yeah.
But I fight a lot for this, you know. No, it's easy. No, it's easy, but never is impossible. Right. Nothing is impossible.
Right.
When you believe, you know.
Well, I tell you what. Let me just play that song again, Babylon, because I like that song so much. You know, the vibration, the whole album is just incredible. You can tell us about this song as soon as I play it. Take a listen.
Dime si te sientes seguro aquí. Es tu tierra con nombre de otro país. Ellos deciden si estás o no en el juego que hoy te tocó vivir. Ellos deciden si entras o no y te dicen que es su país. Babylon, leave me alone. Like a lion, I want to roam. Babylon, leave me alone. like a lion. Inmigrante me llaman porque no nací aquí. Me hacen mil de preguntas para poder vivir. Es mi tierra, señores, me protege la ley. El señor de señores porque él es el rey. Él es el rey. Escúchelo, Mr. Ley. Él es el rey. He knows me. Babylon, leave me alone. Like a lion, I want to roam. Babylon, leave me alone. Like a lion, dime si te sientes seguro aquí. Es tu tierra con nombre de otro país. Ellos deciden si estás o no en el juego que hoy te tocó vivir. Ellos deciden si entras o no y te dicen que es su país. Babylon, leave me alone. Like a lion, I want to roam. Babylon, leave me alone.
Leave me alone, Babylon. Leave me alone. That tune is tough. That tune is tough.
Thank you very much.
And what was the writing process like? And tell us briefly what that song meant. Because even though I listened to the album, which is sung in Spanish, there's bits of English here and there, you know, but I find myself enjoying the vibration, even though I didn't understand fully the entire album. But I found myself loving the vibration. And the little English that was coming out, I thought I knew bits and pieces of what you were trying to convey, you know, musically. So share with us what this song actually, you know, this song, what it really meant.
All right. This song talk about when I travel with the music, always you have to stay in the police like immigration, you know, and always you have to prove where you come here, why you come here, what you're going to
System.
do.
Okay.
The system. So I say when I travel, I say, well, I don't have big accounts in the bank.
Right.
I only travel because I want to do my dream.
Mm-hmm,
I travel because I want to expose myself and give my message to different part of the world. So that's this. I really think the human people have to be like a lion, free. Like a lion, I want to roam. That is
I
why
want to roam like a lion. Right.
I want to roam.
Okay.
So say, and I say, tell me if you feel secure here. No, is your earth what the name? They put the names of different countries, but this is the human people do that. But no, it's God. God put the earth and put you in the earth for be free. So you don't need to prove. Why you going to do in this or that country if you go with the heart, with the real heart of the good intentions, you know? So that is why this song, I built this song for that.
Well, it's a beautiful song. There's many songs on the album, which is called Cambio Change, a well-produced album led by Stephen Stewart. And we have Stephen Stewart's wife here, who is your sister here.
Yeah.
So is she in Jamaica right now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What's her name?
Fiorella.
Fiorella. unmute, please, if you would.
Fiorella.
Hi, hello, good morning.
Hey, how do I pronounce your name? Sorry.
My name is pronounced Fiorella.
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 And you're currently living in Jamaica.
I am living in Kingston.
I'm jealous. I am absolutely jealous. Taking in all that sunshine and everything. What?
Yes, all the time, all the time.
Tell me about...
People,
Huh?
great people, Jamaica, no problem, sunshine all the time. A few drops
No
every now and then, but it's beautiful.
She said Jamaica, no problem. You hear her?
She's a fully fledged Jamaican, you know, Sharon.
I said, you don't hear her? She said Jamaica, no problem. Yes, Sister Fiorella.
Yes.
Talk of things. Oh my God.
Fiorella, tell me about your brother. Tell me about Anen and his dedication to this art form. And that's why I wanted to bring you on, because from afar across the ocean, I knew that this guy really felt deeply for the music. And sometimes I may sound like a broken record, saying the same thing over, because I'm emphasizing the importance of what we need to keep that we have, you know, which is the foundation of our music. But, you know, you can have everything, but not have the passion for the music to learn the foundation of music. And you can end up losing everything, you know. But I see the thirst and the passion in Anen, you know, in what I've just mentioned. Tell me about his passion.
He is fearless. He loves music, you know, and he is a true musician. He's a true musician. He tried to be as positive in his lyrics, a very selective, you know, he like people, what he wants to present is something that is good, something that is positive, which is so much needed right now, you know. And then it's fairly, he goes anywhere for music, anywhere to make people be introduced to good music, good quality music with good messages. I admire him tremendously, and you know, he's just somebody to admire.
Say that one more time, because you're very low.
What I'm saying is that he is somebody to be admired, you know,
Okay.
to his message. He's positive, he's an excellent musician, you know, and it's really remarkable.
Right. And do you do music yourself?
No, I don't.
Okay.
She sings very beautiful. She sings like...
I just appreciate.
She sings very good.
But she used to do background. You used to do background vocals, right?
Well, I believe I did it once, you know, but me in front of crowd is not something that I necessarily can.
Get her to sing a song. Get her to sing a song, Sharon. Get her to sing a song.
I am a bit shy, so you know.
Yeah, we see you a little shy. It was like, you know, because of we understand how you got to Jamaica and everything, and we your brother shared with us a little bit about Mr. Stewart and how he fell in love with you. So you are the cause of this whole Jamaica thing that your brother was able to go to. How do you feel about that? Because your brother spoke about it in great love and light. You started it, Fiorella. You made this man fall in love with you because evidently you was a beautiful girl. Look at you. So you started that.
Thank you very much. Actually, I was the lucky one, to be honest. Steven is a wonderful person. I've been married to him for over 25 years. So.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
Wow, but listen, she sounds
Mr. Stuart feel iron out.
Mr. Stewart should feel irie because your wife sound like a
Hold on,
yardie.
stick up in. Hold on,
Yes.
stick up in. You know we have to come with the effects.
We have to come with it. Congratulations on your 25 years. That's a beautiful thing. As you said, you were the lucky one.
What do they call that? Silver Jubilee or what?
A silver jubilee.
Yes.
Oh my God, Mr. Steven Stewart is in the building, husband and wife.
Oh, Steven.
Oh, what? Mr. Stevens, he's in the building. You know we're going to have to add him here.
We have to add him in, man, because, listen, it is all because of
Mr. Stevens, unmute. Let's see if we can get him to unmute. Unmute, sir. Unmute. Mr. Stevens, unmute.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Good afternoon. Good morning. Mr.
Sunny
Stewart,
Jamaica.
Morning.
You take over, Sharon. I ain't got nothing to do with this.
All I'm saying is, Mr. Stewart, thank you for unmuting, but we see Anen told us the story, and we're not going to really elaborate, but we have to say that
Sorry about that. My trigger finger, sorry.
You met beautiful sister Fiorella and you fell in love. You have to quickly tell us about that. When you first saw Fiorella, what did you think about this beauty?
What is this anyway?
Yes.
I was on tour in Peru. And I just know that for a moment there was a young lady walking through. There was like a couple thousand people. It was a festival, and I was there working with a group of from Jamaica, of course, and big major crowd. Peru seems to like our reggae music, so major crowd. And then for some reason, there's this young lady walking through the crowd. And all of a sudden, I'm noticing the young lady, and all of a sudden, everything got quiet. It's just the vista.
You see what I'm saying?
Young
This
lady.
is stuff for the movies. Go on with it. Tell me the story.
Everything goes quiet. Everything just go. Then you know you're hearing it's almost like
ooh.
That she disappears in the crowd, and basically that was on my seeing her.
Wow. And 25 years later, that beautiful love connection is still going on because Fiorella says she was the lucky one.
Well, I don't think so. I think it is the other way. Surely the other way.
That. Well,
you see, that is music.
That is music.
Oh my God!
I'm catching on to everything now.
Yes.
Hello, Antonio.
Yes.
I see what's happening now. Okay, I just got a link in my phone and I went on it and then I said, what's going on? But hey, Antonio, big up.
Yes,
Steven, how are you?
I'm good.
So,
Nice
so
to meet
Mr. Stewart, let me ask you another question before we continue with Anen. When you heard him as maybe a young musician, what is it you heard and what is it you saw in him?
All right. So, as I said, we were out there on tour.
Yeah.
We're out there on tour, and the group Hoka Sekas, of which he was the lead singer, they opened for us, and I'm saying, look at this wicked, and they're playing our music, and I was intrigued of how he's the Spanish with our rhythm and everything, and I thought, wicked, maybe I could somehow do a production, right? And it turned out that after we got backstage, we were talking. I was of course, I was introduced to the other band members, which one was his brother, and also helping was his father, which is an ace trumpet player, beyond measure. Antonio's father, tapa. And so in some of my productions, even in the past, I have, because of what he's capable of, and I've sent some of my productions for the horn sections to be done by him, and it was just musical. Everything was just musical, and so I thought yes, I'd want to work with this band, and so the rest is they came to Jamaica, and on top of that, I'm backstage, and I'm also working. I'm thinking about meeting everybody and everybody meeting us, and we're doing that. And guess who turns up backstage?
The beautiful girl.
Fiorella.
Yeah. And so it just, and then so the whole thing I learned later. It's this young lady had to be the sister of this lead singer who I was interested in working with. So sometimes the universe speaks,
Yes,
very clearly.
It's a beautiful thing. It is amazing and a beautiful thing.
Before we come back to Anen, just share with her, because I know who you are. The minute Anen mentioned your name, I said, that man's a legend.
Yeah.
So tell us who you are and what you do so that people can understand this whole show and this conversation we're having with Anen and yourself.
Well, you're very kind. Legend? No.
Yes, you was a legend.
No, but thank you. You're kind. I'm amused. I from very early, there was a situation in my home where my father, I didn't understand it, but he was on the back porch playing a trombone, and then he put down that and he would play a violin, and he put on that and he would play a guitar, and he put on that and he play a double bass. But everything is church. Everything was about, it had an image that I'm recognizing now, the fedora hat and him crossing him 10 and blowing the trombone, but strictly church hymns, strictly church. My grandmother is playing and eventually is a music teacher, playing, of course, the piano. And my mother, a little piano, but she plays the accordion. So somehow there is some sort of resonance of music. So naturally, in the church, I start to hold a 3-chord, and we're a Pentecostal church, and you hold a 3-chord. And you sing chorus, and then the real pianist for the church come and run you off the piano. But that sort of makes it's a good thing. It's a bad thing. It's a good thing. It makes you want to make yourself to a state where she can't run you off the piano. You're good like that. So it kind of pushed me, and I start to have a passion for the piano. So if you ask me who am I right now, I am a musician first. That's where my true love is. It's not in the whole thing about top engineer and producer. No, it's because I'm a wannabe keyboard player. That is what is making me
That's what you call it. Wanna be good.
Wannabe, that's what he calls it. Okay.
It's I'm saying because when I hear good when I hear good keyboard players, I become a wannabe. I want to play like that.
With you.
You know, it's it sounds good. It does things to me. I want to play like that. So I'm a musician, music lover, musician first. Yes, you produce this and you do that and you do all kind of things and you work with all the names and so on. But at the base of that is it's because I want to feel accomplished as a musician.
Right. I'm with you. And then the engineering came after.
Yeah, so we're in a Pentecostal church, and you can't be playing piano in a church and go up on the bandstand at some nightclub. They rebuke you out of the church. They'll, and those were the days. So
right.
So what I did, I found that I started to apprentice. There was somebody building a little studio, and somehow I got word, and I'm helping to run the wire and being helpful. So I'm apprenticing now, and it turned out that I could be with the music and not be up front on stage, but but I'm close to the music with the musicians in the studio, and so that somehow became a route to now you're touching the console, now you're doing this, you used to clean out the console, and you're becoming also curious about doing what the engineer does, and so that's the route.
So just quickly tell us who you've worked with in the industry before we let you go and move over to Anen.
Okay, so I started to be around as I said, about 19. I was the apprentice, and then after that, I started to work at Harry J as my first job. Harry J Recording Studio was the studio of the moment, where Bob Marley would have been recording his tracks and the Wailers and a lot of sessions. It was the music hub. And I was fortunate to be employed there as the, call it, graveyard shift engineer. Nobody don't want to work in the night times, me doing the session. Along a very important name, Sylvan Morris.
Okay.
And so he would be the person who I'm seeing as senior to me at the studio. But somehow I had the opportunity to just get sometimes the graveyard session, but it's with the Wailers.
Okay.
And so Wailers invited me, cut a long story short. They like my vibe. They like the idea that I'm kind of musical. So I was suggested to meet Bob Marley, long story short. And I started to work for Bob. And that is where the blinkers fell off. I saw the world now. I see all the greats coming there. I had the opportunity to do, as a young youth, because I had the opportunity to do some of, when the album was done, they had to do singles, like the Disco 45 version and the singles of it. And so I was tasked with that. Sometimes, latterly, I got the opportunity to be in the background on tour, but I'd be at home now following the instructions. We put out Bad Card, put out Ride Natty Ride, and so I do the Disco 45 mix of it. And so Bob passed. Something turned out. I got to be employed to Steve, out in Wonderland in LA. Then out of that, I started to produce, of course, and did my first label production with a band with Third World. And did my first album with Third World. Went on, did one or two other songs. Then did Third World again, started to write songs for them, the song Committed. And a few other songs I wrote, got to produce a group called Steel Pulse.
Funny enough, we have Sydney Mills coming on Saturday.
Sydney
Mills, yeah. We have him as our guest on Saturday.
Yeah, and then that album was Vex, the album called Vex, and then Toots came along, won a Grammy with Toots as part of the whole production and Metals, and then more belatedly, a few nominations, of course, but more belatedly, the last Grammy, of course, with Toots passing, I also was part of that Grammy effort.
So you are definitely the creme, and you can't say creme without doing the cra in it. Trust me.
God. Thank you. But all along the way, I have to say that I have been happy as somebody who just wants to make good music, including my brother-in-law, Anen.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
We did an excellent. You're talking about creme with the his album. Yes, his album, and I don't know if you've heard. He has done other recordings. Let me say the album that I was involved with him, and he pulled out top Jamaican production, top instrumentalists with him, and that album is also one of my favorite. Like I'm saying, wow, you hear that? I did this, and this album, if you hear his tracks, that album that I had the privilege of working with him, I'm very proud of that work. Very proud of Anen, because he came to Jamaica and he made sure and did all the connections. Went on the shows, all the shows there. I think he I don't know, him come mash up the place. Went on with the Tony Rebel show there, and Rebel Salute, and
Rebel
I don't
Salute.
know, him just cover the bases. But really great to work with him too. Not just because the family connection, but definitely very good working with Anen.
Legend Stephen Stewart, thank you so much for passing through and sharing what you shared with us.
And Mrs. Stewart,
and Fiorella Stewart.
I'm blessed.
Thank you.
Yes, you are very blessed. Yes.
All right, you take care.
Thank you so much.
Big up.
No, Stephen, one love, man. Thank you very much for coming and appear here.
Bruh. I tell you what, Anen.
All the people together now, all the family.
What can I say? This wasn't planned, by the way. This just happened.
Yeah.
I am truly proud of your dedication to what you
Thank you very much.
really done to the whole genre, even to reggae music. It speaks for itself. You know what I mean? you knew what you wanted to hear and you made it happen. You know what I mean? And maybe you started with nothing, but you were determined that you knew what you wanted to hear and you wanted to make it become a reality. And that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Share
That's
with
right.
us your mindset, where you were at mentally when you went to Jamaica. Just share with us the passion and your determination and what saw you through. What got you through those times when you couldn't even see till the next day?
Well, I only think I follow my heart, I follow my soul. I give thanks. Uh, I give thanks for God to give me this passion and these strong things to believe in my projects. You know, I am more older now. I don't have this strong thing than before, but I believe and I have to continue my passion because I feel I have a message to do. I have a message to give. So I feel like a big compromise with our reggae music, you know. That's in the future. I wanna do other album with Steven Stewart again. So you have to be you have to be ready, Steven.
I hear what you're saying. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, man.
Steven said,
So
ready like Freddy. Yes.
after I work with him, man, you can stop. You know, he's a great producer. He's a great professional. It's like
Now the beauty is you've been able to, like, I remember at the time when I interviewed you quite a few years ago, I had a conversation with Jabba from Doptonic Crew,
mhm.
and I realized at the time that you even had, I think it maybe a couple of months later or whatever, you had done a collaboration with the Doptonic Crew. Now
Yeah.
they also are really some of the creme de la creme within our industry. How did that collaboration with you and Doptonic Crew come about?
Oh, this collaboration is like around 5, 6 years ago. No, more probably. Uh, we meet Juba in the Stewart studio. So
Okay.
we beginning put together in this time. Juba have the Daptonic crew. It's
Right.
always don't have singer. You know,
Yeah.
it's only
Yeah.
dub.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I
right.
talked to him and I say I want a band for do some shows here, and I don't have a band. I don't know if you want to help me. And this is the connection with him. So after that, I finish the album and I come to my country, and Daptonics go big in the one Australia Fest. I think he win the Australia Fest, no?
Okay.
So, and he do a song like Jamaican, Want to Be Jamaican, I think is the name of the song.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he talked to me and write and say, Antonio, you wanna be featuring with us? So I say, it's my honor, man. So I can sing in your song. It's like a honor for me. So I put my lyrics there, and I put do collaboration with him. So now I have a new project. I have I build new songs in English. No, I begin in doing English songs because I believe in English sound different than Spanish. So I talk to him. I write to him and say if it's possible he put the drum and bass with Stone. He's a bassman of Daptonics too. So we talk about it, but I don't do anything now. But it's a conversation now, you know. So it's possible we do a single with him.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play a few bars of that particular song with you and the Dubtonic crew. I'm not going to play the entire track, but take a listen to this.
Sweet Jamaica, man. Nice city island, you know?
Yeah, man. Unity through the reggae music. And I'm from Peru. Yes, my
Dubtonic to a representer. Born Jamaican, yo. Real Jamaican, yo. Loving and kind with the warmest smile. Only a passion full of class and style. We are born Jamaican, yo. Real Jamaican, yo. Loving and kind with the warmest smile. We know I'm not a terrorist glow. Like how when me see a go on down slow. We bullet a fly to and fro. And to and fro and through and fro. So bad boys, they're gonna take it down low. And make we pretty color them show. Because the world don't know who we are. Every Jamaican is a rising star.
Dejé aprender lo que ella me daba. Jamaica es dulce, Jamaica es amada. Reggae con shows, root fights and bombing on the street. Por el Jamaicana pa' reggae beat. Yo me enamoro de ella. Guarica montaña al amanecer. Te llevo aquí en mi sangre, te siento ya en el alma. Colores mar en estado de calma.
Anen, you are one bad cat.
Man, thank you.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, you produced this, you know, you've been able to get out this album, which is called Cambio, which is called Change. And it really is an album which is going to be around for a very long time. It's one of those albums that cannot get old. You know, call for all the greats within the industry to be part of that great project which is out there now. How do you top an album like that?
I don't think really it's very difficult. It's very difficult to do it. But I believe the different projects is a different things, you know? You can compare like Change with another. It's like song. You have a one song, you have probably the older song and the other song, but every song is important, you know? It's different, have different qualities, have different feelings, you know? How different it's like it's the same father, but it's the different. I don't know how to explain, but it's like I don't think in do a better work than Change Cambio.
Okay.
I think I do a better work than myself, that more than me, because I think in this time when I do Change Cambio, I have like a concept different than now about life, about music,
Right.
about people, so about world, you know. So these things going to be into the new album, you know. So I don't think this album is better than this. I think the artist is better in this time than other time.
Okay.
When
so
you
you've improved greatly than before.
What he's
When
done
you-
is
yes,
he's
the evolution,
he's
you know.
evolved. Yeah, evolved. He's evolving. I think
So,
at the time when you were, sorry to cut you, but I think that when you were understanding the fundamentals of reggae music, you did what you had to do. You learned the culture. But now that you've done that, your mindset, you're now constantly growing and growing and growing. And all these things of the world that you see, you can now interpret better into your
Yes.
music. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What's happening now? Before
Yes.
you were learning the fundamentals. Now you have all of that. You can now bring what you've evolved into with this new music coming out. Is that fair to say?
That's true. That's
Okay.
true. That's I think. That's
Yeah.
I think. When I get better, I going to sound better. I going
Right.
to write better songs.
Right.
And I going to meet the real crew to do these things happen, you know?
Right.
So that's I think like that. I don't know. Probably I am wrong, but it's like I think.
Oh, it's right. You're correct. I think that you're correct saying that. It's not wrong, but what it is that music is, as an artist, you have to constantly evolve. You have to change. You cannot be, your thought process is now very different. As you grow older and wiser, and now you see things differently, it's a constant evolving. It's evolution, as we say. That's what it is. Right.
That's the word,
So
evolution.
It's the evolution of who you are.
Yes.
Now, you know what I'm saying? As you're a different person now.
Yes.
So you're gonna write differently. You'll approach things very differently. So it's not the wrong thing, it's the right thing what you're saying, because we all, whether you're involved in music or whatever it is in life, it's a constant evolution of self.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's self-evolution is what we all need. So some people are not even there yet. You're growing, getting better, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I commend you for that, because that's the real deal. That's real life.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I tell you what just before we open the question into, you know, whoever may want to ask you any questions and bring this conversation to a close, what do you hope people will gain from your music? What are you trying to make the people know? What are you hoping that they understand from you as a musician and an artist?
Okay, I think really I don't do music for be famous. I do music for give a message, you know. So I don't feel worried to have 1 million of of followers in my Instagram. I be worried if I do a bad work, you know. I be worried if I lose my passion for the music. I feel worried if I don't grow like a person every day. So I think in this moment, the people are with us is the correct people for me. All right. Is the moment to these people know more about Anen. Probably in the future, I have more than more, and these people know now about my work, share my work and do this. Oh, I know one guy from Latin America, and he think like this, and you know, and that's is like I guess I think so. The time have to know the reasons. We don't like all my time and all in my life. I do like pushing person and try to broke, and when I believe now, the time come when have to come.
Yeah.
You know, and I think other thing is like do what you love and love what you do. That's the key of the life, and that's make you happy forever.
Well, let me come to Sharon, because Sharon, do you have any other questions to ask Anen? And then let's go into asking anybody who may want to ask Anen anything.
Well, real quick, I just wanted to ask, like, now in Peru, do you feel like people recognize who you are? Do they love what you do in your native country?
Yes. A lot of people know about my work, but I'd say one more time, nobody knows I live here. Nobody knows where I live. So because I jump to every country to to give my message to, because I believe in what I feel. So if now I decide stay in Peru for my base now, but really, you know what happened. If I want to do new album, I have to go to Jamaica because I don't want to record in other places. So and then it's always, and then it's like always move and move. So the people think, the promoters and everybody think, and then know is from Peru, and then probably live in Jamaica, or and then probably live in Brazil.
Right.
And then is, I think, when say the people say, where is Anen now? I say, in the world. So I don't know. So I am part of the world. I don't think I am part of some country, you know.
Yeah.
So the people know about me. The people love my work, because I believe if we are honest, we have to always have a recognize things, you know. The people recognize that.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that's amazing. I really and truly wish you well, and then I think that what you're doing as an artist, we'll call you reggae artist, but in your native tongue, you are spreading the message, which is there's so many countries that share your native tongue, right? So you spreading the message, you helping people to understand what's going on in the world, and spreading your music. You know what I mean? Like, there's countries around the world, there's reggae artists all around the world of different nationalities, cultures, and you are expressing our reggae music in yours, but still spreading that message. You know what I mean? So I commend you for it. I commend you for it, because if it wasn't for your first hearing of the Peter Tosh tape, maybe you would have been exposed, maybe later on in years you'd be exposed to reggae music. But at that time, the root, the buzz was, it hit you then. You know what I mean? That you're like, this is for me. Reggae music doesn't always hit people like that, but when it's for you, and you've just made it your life's work. You know what I mean? This particular style of music, and that is coming from our culture, our Jamaica. And as far as I'm concerned, we're all one. It doesn't matter where you come from, we are all one. And that connection to all of us is always going to be music. So it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, it's going to touch you in a certain way, which has inspired you, is basically what I'm saying. So I'm just saying, continue your works. Continue to spread your message, because it is important with different languages that you are able to get that message out. It doesn't matter where it's coming from, you're going to get that message out. And people are going to hear you and receive you. So again, I commend you. And then I wish you well, continued blessings. I know this new album is going to be fire, because the evolution in you has begun, my friend.
Thank you very much, Sharon.
I wish
Thank you very much for your wisdom.
Yes, please receive it. And if me tell you so, I saw it, I go.
All right, thank you very much.
Don't second guess it.
Don't second guess it, I go happen. And you have the most amazing people around you. That is what God has blessed you with. You see that though? God blessed you from Gates. So you're coming from, it looks like your family background was great. Great family background. Your father, your family, your brothers, your sisters.
One of the great trumpeters of our music,
one of the great trumpeters. It is, you are blessed. You are truly blessed. And I think that what you're doing is amazing. Continuing that tradition, continuing that legacy. Let's put it that way. Your father's a legend in his own right. You are continuing the legendary trumpet player in your own way. You might not play trumpet, but that legacy is just extended.
That's
so
true.
Continue your works. I'm sure your father and the rest of the family are very proud of you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, TenStarGeneral, and thank you very much, everybody, to be here.
Let's throw it out to people.
Yeah, we're going to throw it out there if anybody wants to ask any questions before we let him go. Feel free to ask your questions now. And don't be shy, people. Don't be shy, because Anen is not shy.
Unmuted. Rankin.
Greetings, Anen. Greetings, 10-star Sharon Mango.
Yes, blessings.
Yeah, Anen, I've been listening to you, and you've been saying
Sorry, Rankin. Tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Okay. I'm Rankin. I'm based in the UK, but I'm of Jamaican heritage, and I do DJ music. So I'm a female DJ based in the UK.
Go for it.
And been in the music business for over 40 years, you know, doing reggae for over 40 years. So yeah, I've been in it a long time. And in saying that, really appreciate roots, the foundation of reggae, because that's how I was introduced to reggae, from the foundation. And I want to say to you, and then I really want to give you big respect for your attention, paying attention to the roots of reggae, to the foundation, and what I call the authenticity, which is key, because what you are producing, what you have grown to produce, is authentic reggae, you know. And that's something that today, as you know, we are hungry for that today. So massive respect to you for doing that. And what I would want to say to you is that, so people are saying you've learned the culture, but I would say you've gone beyond learning. You have immersed yourself in the culture. Yeah. You went and you live in the country, among the people, and yam the food, and you immersed yourself in the food, which is why you can produce, you know, the absolute quality of what I call authentic reggae. So big respect to you for that as well. And thank you for sharing the story, you know, especially the love story of your sister and the man she met. And on that, I want to ask you a question, because I've just hearing your music today for the first time. And I want to ask you, have you got any love songs that you've written in your repertoire? Have you got any love songs that you've written personally?
If I love somebody?
If you have you written, you can answer that one as well if you want to, but I'm asking, have you written any love songs? Because I only know your music today, what I heard today. So have you written any love songs?
Okay, I have one love song. It's with Chaka Demus and players in the album. But really, I am very like romantic, or you know, but I don't know why I can build a romantic song. I don't know why, you know, it's difficult to me because
we can help you with that. Go ahead.
Yes, behave.
Because trust me, when I write the first song about love, I write for my first wife. So after that, this name is the song is Claudia. And after that, I married again with other girl. So I can sing the song Claudia with married other girl.
No, you can't.
Oh my God.
So I lose the song. So I say, probably it's a trauma, you know?
Yeah.
I can't build a love song again.
And then you must write a song with no name. Just
yes,
write a love song with no name.
That's better. I can't do that.
Well,
but in the album, I have a one love song.
Say it
it's
again.
like Contigo is the name. Contigo in English is with you. And collaboration with Chaka Demus and Dean Fraser in the sax.
Oh, you got names.
Yeah. So it's like another thing is I don't feel my voice like romantic voice. So I don't prefer do it the things I don't sound like properly, you know.
Okay.
So because I love like Dennis Brown voice to romantic songs, you know. Dennis Brown like melodic things, it's like sweet voice, you know. But I don't have this kind of voice, so I learn. I learn, so I have to probably in the future I'm going to be more. I'm going to do more love songs, you know. But
That would be
now,
great. That would be great.
Lovely.
But I'm going to say to you, you don't need to have a romantic voice. Buju Banton with a roughneck voice has done love songs. So you don't need to have a sweet voice to do love songs. But I totally respect what you're saying. And TenStar, can you please run that little love song track before you go? And I just want to say to you, and then total respect. And as Sharon said, you are evolving and you're getting stronger and your message is universal and you are spreading it in another language which goes around the world, because many places speak Spanish. So I thank you for spreading the real message of the world. You know, you talk about the world without borders, you know, we should live in a world with no borders, no restraints where we go. So thank you for that message and that you're spreading that. And I just, you know, wish you, you know, that you go from strength to strength, because you are doing a great work. So respect and all the best for the future.
Thank you very much, Rankin.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much to your attention in this interview, and I going to do more things about love, because really the world need love.
Yes, we do. All of us need more love. So thank you. And Sharon Mango, TenStar, much love, and you take care.
Thank you, Rankin.
Thank you, sister.
Bye.
Anybody else would like to ask a question to our man here?
Good afternoon. Sorry, I've interrupted you. Good afternoon.
No, go ahead.
DJ Maestro, my favorite man.
Hello. Everyone okay? Everyone's doing well? Good.
Yes.
Tell us who you are and where you're calling from, and then go ahead.
My name is Maestro, and I'm calling from. It's not so sunny at the moment. I'm calling from London. So I haven't got a question for Anen. I just want to share a little. I just want to give him the respect that since I've been listening to the show, I just love the dedication that you've shown through your journey. You know, going to Jamaica from Peru and you know, doing what you love to do. You know, feeling the music and the energy. I just find it very fascinating how you are dedicated to what you like to dedicate to your craft. And all I'd like to say is, I haven't got a question to say. All I'd like to say is, I haven't heard you before until today myself. I heard a couple of your songs, and you know, when you're singing in Spanish, it's very sexy, my man. Very sexy. You know, so yeah, man. But it's just to say that I respect you. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on soaring, reaching your heights, and you know, God bless you. And it's a pleasure to listen to your musical journey today. And I hope you go from strength to strength. So keep it going, my brother. Bless you.
Thank you very much, DJ Maestro. It's my pleasure to know you here, and give thanks to your support and to listen to my music, because really that's important to me. So
that's it.
One more time, one love to everybody, and I give thanks to you.
Bless you.
Thank you, DJ Maestro.
Thank you, DJ Maestro, my favorite person.
Yeah. Anybody else would like to ask a question? Now's the time to do so before we draw the show to a close. Okay. Well, it doesn't seem so. So I have to say, and then it really is a blessing, you know, to have you back on the show, to see how far you've come, you know, from where you started from to where you are now. And to say that I continually to be, you know, amazed and in awe of everything that you do. You know, it's like, wow, Every song you do is like, wow, wow, wow. And I continue to say, wow. And then I'm hearing Chaka Demus and so forth. And I'm like, wow.
You know the Chaka Demus love you from your heart. Stay with me. And you know so we're not apart. Oh, God.
I tell you something, right? That was a false start, all right? So we're going to play the original start. This is Chaka Demus, another gentleman I have been privileged to interview way back in the past. And he's a great artist, a great human being, a humble man. It's like two humble artists coming together on one song. You can't get better than that.
You know the Chaka Demus love you from your heart. Stay with me. And you know so we're not apart. Oh, God. Oh, yes. The people away. Chaka Demus DJ. I want you to be
mirando la luna. Empiezo a descubrir que como tu sonrisa solo hay un amor.
Chaka Demus says so.
Y es solo para mí.
And when we live it so flow, yeah.
Quiero tenerte cerca, cerca. Sentirte siempre aquí.
I wish so John would never part, you know.
Poder besar tu boca, volver a ser feliz. Sentados y abrazados frente al mar, amor. Tan cerca de tu piel.
I love you soft in the skin.
Lavar tus pies con agua fresca. Tan clara y pura como nuestro amor de ayer.
Can't believe she gone. It's a simple feeling of her hand in my palm. Hold on. She was here, now she's gone. Then now go stop till me have a back in me arm. Hold on, no matter what.
I tell you what's gonna happen. We're gonna pull that up and we're gonna play it one more time. DJ Maestro said, "Sexy voice." I told you, sexy voice. and then saying that, oh, I don't think I can sing, love songs. You sound brilliant, my brother.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, man. You're gonna need a bodyguard.
All right.
You need a man with muscle to protect you right now, because what? That tune, they sell off. I know DJ Maestro knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, Sharon?
Absolutely.
I know I can hear.
Right now.
You
Yes,
know what?
absolutely.
I can even hear Sharon Bentley all the way from Germany. I know she's not saying nothing, but me can't hear her. She's going crazy. I hear her.
You know the Chaka Demus love you from your heart.
You know it, right? Sharon. Where is it, Sharon?
Just pull up.
All right.
No.
That's Sharon from Germany. She said pull up.
You know the Chaka Demus love you from your heart. And you know so we're not apart.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes. The people away. Chaka Demus DJ. I want you to be
mirando la luna. Empiezo a descubrir que como tu sonrisa solo hay un amor.
Chaka Demus says so.
Y es solo para mí.
And when we live it so flow, yeah.
Quiero tenerte cerca, cerca, cerca. Sentirte siempre aquí.
I wish so John would never part, you know.
Poder besar tu boca, volver a ser feliz. Sentados y abrazados frente al mar, tan cerca de tu piel. Lavar tus pies con agua fresca, tan clara y pura como nuestro amor de ayer.
Can't believe she gone. This is simple feeling of her hand in my palm, hold on. She was here, now she's gone. Then now go stop till me have a back in me arm. Hold on, now what I want. Can't believe she gone. This is simple feeling of her hand in my palm, hold on. She was here, now she's gone. Me now go stop. Me now go stop. Oh yeah.
La primera vez que te vi sentí algo extraño, no lo sé. Yo no sé. Es difícil cruzar el puente hoy, si este siempre se rompió. Tendremos que ser valientes, y luchar por nuestro amor. Vivir y ser consecuentes con la vida. Y agradecer en todo momento a Dios.
Hold on, no matter what, can't believe she gone. This is simple feeling of her hand in my palm, hold on. She was here, now she's gone. Then now go stop till me have a back in me arm. Hold on, no matter what, can't believe she gone. This is simple feeling of her hand in my palm.
Yo quiero que estés aquí.
It's not surprising to me. Watch me never give her any reason to she leave behind. At least when we talk, you're so far apart. Me have a pain in my heart. Think about how we've been through together.
Yo quiero tenerte cerca.
Confusion, no, not know what to do. But I'm starting out by dedicating this one to you. Hold on, I'm not a one. Can't believe she gone. This is simple feeling of her hand in my palm. Hold on.
It's one of those songs you gotta let it play.
Absolutely, but this just shows you now and then.
Right.
You kind of contradict yourself because you do have the voice to do these songs. I don't know. It's not like, who should we say, Spanish, Enrique, whatever his name is, because he sings them smooth. No, man, you bring the rawness to it. It's raw. That is what is needed. You can't be soft. You don't have to be soft. This, you could actually re-release this song. It's gonna jump off. It's a wicked song, but it just goes to show you again.
I think you need some ice cubes, Sharon. You need some ice cubes.
Listen, you know, I'm gonna get when we come to the lovers. That's my heart and soul right there. But it just goes to show your potential. There isn't any area where you cannot tap. So don't limit yourself. Do not limit yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can do this, man. It's going to sell off. Then you're really going to need the bodyguard them. Them women are going to come. How much wife you say you have? You have wifey number 2. You're going to have to get bodyguards. Yes.
I don't think so. But...
Okay. Okay. We'll see. Mm-hmm. We're going to see.
Especially when he starts singing them love songs, he is.
Yes, he is. He is.
There's something about singing love songs in Spanish. And yes. I know there's a Jamaican artist that I know that I've actually produced a song with him and Jimmy Riley, and which they both sang in Spanish. Jimmy Riley sang in English, and he sang it in Spanish. I'm trying to remember his name, but it's not coming to my head. I think it's old age. Oh, Jesus. And then, my brother, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you today on the show. You know, you really taught us and reconfirmed to us that it's very important to keep to the fundamentals of our music. And, you know, you've shown to us what it means. If you really want it, you can get it.
Yeah.
And if you can fly all the way from Peru to go to Jamaica to learn about the culture, to indulge yourself in that wonderful ackee and saltfish, oh my God. I can just imagine you must have cleaned the first, second, and third plate.
That's true.
Really?
You know what I mean? And that's, to me, that's everything. Do you know what I mean? And here you have it, an album, which he has, which is embedded in time. You can play that album that I just played just now, right? In 20 or 30 years' time, it's still going to sound brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of what you've done. And we need more of that in the industry, you know? So we thank you for keeping to what you're doing. I look forward to seeing what you're going to do in the future, because, you know, it makes me feel happy to know that something great is going to come. Your name is synonymous with, like, music quality. I see Anen, and I know that if Anen's going to do another tune, I know that it's going to be great. That's how great it is. Serious
Thank you very
thing.
much for your words. I really, I give thanks one more time to you, TenStarGeneral, for your support, and Sharon Mango for your time and your words. It really, that's give me more compromise now to continue in this way, you know, because your work is very, very important to us, to the artists. So I give thanks for your opportunity to expose myself, and I give thanks to do in this moment a big familiar moment, you know, because Steven appeared and my sister is there. So really, that's happened when that's has to happen, you know. So
Mystics.
I don't. So it's yes.
That's
So
that's what they call real love brought them together again.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So
All of
one
you.
more time, the family grow more now.
Yes.
We have a ranking N and Sharon Mango and DJ Maestro and Beverly Notes. The family is more big now. So one more time, big respect to all the audience and big respect to yourself, men, and give thanks for your support one more time.
You're welcome. Sharon, you want to say anything?
Peace and blessings to you, my brother. I'm looking forward to what you have coming. And make sure, now don't take no time. The time is now. So get yourself ready. The ears is ready to hear the new music.
Thank you very much, Sharon.
God bless you and your family. God bless you and your family. God bless you on your journey. Continued blessings always. And you will have to come back to the show again when the new single drop. Right?
Right. Thank you very much. God bless you too.
Yes.
On Saturday, this Saturday, we have Sydney Mills from Steel Pulse, who is going to be with us. And he's going to be talking about his journey as well. That's going to be taking place same time, same place. Next week, Thursday, we have one of the great female reggae dancehall artists in our industry. She's going to be gracing our show, and her name is Sugar. She's coming to our show. And then on Saturday next week, we also have Larry Webb, who's the singer-songwriter in his own right, and also he's part of the legendary The Meditations. So yes, we have some great artists coming on to the show. And then, my brother, God bless you. God bless your sister Fiorella Stewart. God bless Stephen Stewart, the legend, for sharing, you know, the little journey that he shared with us. Hopefully we'll get him on our show as well. We'll try and make it happen. You know what I mean?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, TenStarGeneral. And one more time, give thanks a lot for your support and your time. One love to everybody.
Salud, my brother.
Okay, saludos.
Yes.
Ciao, ciao. Adios.
And big respect to your father as well. The legend, your father. Hey, hey.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Sharon, we're going to get out of here.
Mística natural, cultura mística. Natural is my soul. Yeah, bless this place. Naturaleza, vivo con lo natural, naturaleza viva. Ya bendice este lugar. Naturaleza, vivo con lo natural, naturaleza viva. Dios bendice este lugar. Ancestrales vibraciones que me hicieron llegar y amar, pintura viva y hermosa. Paraíso terrenal, yo me baño junto a la luna en el río, la puedo tocar, siento por energía y veo su luz. Puro feeling natural, naturaleza, vivo conmigo con lo natural, naturaleza viva, Dios bendice este lugar. Naturaleza, vivo conmigo con lo natural, naturaleza viva, paraíso terrenal. Verde es tu casa y amarillo es el sol, negro lo de mi cultura, que la llevo en el corazón. Jamaica, Jamaica, I love love. Jamaica, Jamaica, I love love. Black mystic, black culture, black is my soul. 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 Jamaica, Jamaica, welcome to Jam Rock. Jamaica, Jamaica, welcome to Jam Rock. Jamaica, Jamaica, I love love. Jamaica, Jamaica, I love love. Black mystic, black culture, black is my soul. Black mystic, black culture, black is my soul. Black mystic, black culture, black is my soul. Black mystic, black culture, black is my soul.
Well, that's all, folks. That's my line. Step aside, babe. Let a star do this. That's all. That's all, folks.
Can I go home now?
I'm TenStarGeneral from Starcade Promotions, and I'm out of here.